which has ensured that we have come up with this. So over the course of the next 2 days, from the issues that we distilled, we are going to be looking at the issue of funding. Funding is critical in this industry. We all know it is a very capital-intensive industry and needs a lot of funding. So we are going to be looking at funding. We brought in experts from the financial sector to talk to us about funding. We also are going to be looking at the issue of interconnect debts generally in the industry, and the impact on the success of this industry. And then finally, tomorrow we are going to have a round table with just the chief executives of the licenses. So it promises to be an engaging 2-day summit, and we encourage everyone in here to please take advantage of the opportunities that are presented by this summit and interact with each other, have deeper conversations that will drive success across business strategy, technology, operational transformation, and challenges within the industry. So we look forward to having engaging and meaningful conversations with each other over the course of the next 2 days. Once again, I say good morning and welcome. Thank you very much.
Conveniences that is outside is home, and we can contact those at reception when you need.
Looked at the issue of providing incentives and support for those with designated small operators. And we are in the process of, we have actually concluded the review of the frequency pricing regulations, and we are currently reviewing the numbering regulations, all targeted to support small operators. We also made a commitment that this summit will become an annual event, which is why we are holding it today. And in fact, we've gone ahead and gotten approval that we will try and make it a biannual event, so that not just once a year, but it will come up twice a year. I know a lot of our operators would have wanted to be here, which we cannot accommodate for a number of reasons, chief of which is this keeping to the COVID protocols and all that. But I've assured that as many as we can accommodate at the next edition, we will definitely let them know. So in order to sustain that momentum that we've had from the 2019 summit, and also critically look at current issues in the industry, because we know in the interim we have had COVID, things have happened. So we have actually felt there was a need to actually come and discuss post-COVID, what is the way forward. That's why the theme for this year's edition is the future of telecom regulation in Nigeria. This year we did something different. What we did in inviting operators was that as a regulator, we have come to the realization the opportunity to carry out a forensic analysis of the industry. It allowed us to discuss pertinent issues affecting the sector, as well as networking opportunities. I've seen a lot of people this morning doing a lot of networking. That's essentially one of the reasons why we're having this summit. And a number of novel proposals were reached at the end of that summit in 2019, while new strategies were deliberated upon to foster better collaboration in the industry. I'll just run through a few of those resolutions that were reached and how far we've gone with them. A review indicates that we have implemented several of the action plans.
The Nigerian Communications Commission. Available a clinic, should anybody fall ill, there is a clinic front exit. There is also an exit in case of emergency by that pillar of our valuables. So that is, please take care and make sure that your personal.
I don't know whether you were around for my opening remarks, but one of the things I said is that as far back as 2019, we had made up our minds as a regulator that annually we would have this program. And why do we want to have this? I said another thing. You see, we recognize that we are only regulators. We are not operators. So we don't know what they are experiencing in the field as much as people think we do. So the only way we can know is when we meet with them. And you see now, it's not just all stakeholders. We are selecting particularly the leadership of the operators that we oversight. So it's not just about coming together. In my opening remarks, I gave an account of what are those resolutions we had in 2019. How far have we gone with them? We are holding ourselves out. Hold us accountable. This is what we all resolved in 2019. How far have we gone with that? We also this year did something innovative. When we were inviting our licensees to come to this summit, we didn't just say come. We didn't just sit down in-house and say, oh, these are the issues that are affecting them. No. We wrote, in those letters we wrote and asked, what exactly are those issues you want us to discuss? What are those issues you want on the front burner? So based on all the issues they submitted, we distilled. One of those major issues is what is going on now, funding. You all know that to run the telecom sector is capital intensive. You need a lot of capital. But access to that capital has always been a problem. So we are bringing together experts in that area. How can we get access to funding? What are the challenges? Why are we not getting access? And already I'm beginning to have ideas coming out of this engagement as to how we can ensure that our operators get access. Because truly, if they don't have access to funding, all these things we're looking for, expansion, building out infrastructure, rolling out, will become a problem. So it's not just a ritual for us. In fact, we have gone forward now and said it's not even just going to be once a year, it's going to be twice a year. That's how much importance we are.
are deliberate outcomes to address the survival and sustainability of the second-tier players.
Even before this summit, we already, as a regulator, were doing things to address the issues that are being encountered by the second-tier operators. It was NCC that actually designated them second-tier. We looked at a lot of parameters before deciding that these people fall into second-tier. What can we do to help them? As far back as 2019, we even came up with some incentives. We came up with some initiatives to actually help them to survive. And we're not going to relent. Based on whatever comes out of here, which is why if you look in the composition of attendees, it's not just the first tier, it's not just the second tier. It's a mix because we understand that it is just one ecosystem. Everybody has the role that they are playing in that ecosystem. So you can't talk to one without talking to the other because the problem of one might be the solution of another. The problem of another might be the same thing across board, but we need to collectively all sit together and fashion out a solution. So definitely they are on the agenda.